Agrees, of course, that we're going to miss our wonderful late monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, no more at this time of year when we're edging towards the wonderful festive season. Everybody over here in the United Kingdom, the Commonwealth, and no doubt around the world, but particularly over here at 3 p.m. every Christmas Day, all sat down to see exactly how our year had shaped up under the wonderful guidance of our late monarch. And this year is going to be really difficult, isn't it? Because it's the very first time that King Charles III will be taking the reins and announcing his very own Christmas speech. It's normally recorded about a week and a bit before the big day, so it's topical, all that sort of stuff. But what you possibly don't know is that Her Majesty the Queen, as she did every year, was working towards this wonderful broadcast right up until, of course, her sad demise. Also interesting to note that His Majesty was working alongside the Queen, because it's a year-round look, isn't it, about what we've done. And when you think about it, the big things that will always stand out for this particular year would be the fantastic Platinum Jubilee celebrations. I think she would have had to have mentioned, of course, Paddington Bear and the marmalade sandwiches and what she kept in her now infamous bag, which we all kind of find out, didn't we? I keep mine in here for later. Brilliant line. And isn't it strange that that one-off sort of film will really define her to so many generations for years to come? People will still look at that video a little bit like the Bond thing and think, wow, she was good fun, you know? Now, of course, His Majesty King Charles has to take the reins. But according to a very good source, he will be very much playing to the same script that, of course, his late mother, our monarch for so many years, was working under. And in fact we'll be referring back to her many notes and her many sort of dictations, as it were, as to what she really wanted to include in her Christmas speech this year. Now let's not forget it's going to be incredibly hard for King Charles, because this for him is the first time he's ever done it. We do know that he sat in on numerous occasions to watch his late mother take this broadcast, and I don't know if you know this also, but I worked for a channel who used to get the chance to record it every other year, and apparently Her Majesty the Queen was very good at reading the auto cue. In fact, they only ever really asked her to record it again twice, just in case they needed something, or indeed, you know, they wanted to run it a different way. But apparently she was pitch perfect, word perfect every time, and was very gracious to the people around her, because of course it takes a lot to set up that particular interview. Lots of people were very nervous, as you can imagine. So let's just wish, of course, His Majesty King Charles the very best as he undertakes one of the most difficult things, I would imagine, this year so far. He has to unite the country, the Commonwealth, and no doubt, with his very clever words, the world. But really, what he has to do is impress his late mother, and that truly is a very difficult act to follow. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.